Good YouTube, it's your boy Dodger back with another video. Today we're reacting the evolution of NBA 2K 1999 through 2022 NBA 2K slash 2K23 plus facts. Please sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Road 300 subscribers. Let's get right into it. I seen this video on my recommended. I seen Flight's reaction on my recommended. So I was like, this is a video I was going to put in my watch later. And I clicked on the video. I saw he left the link to the original video. So I was like, you know what? Instead of watching Flight react to the original video, I'm going to react to the original video. Please sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Road to 300 subscribers. Let's get right into it. Go subscribe to Evolution E as well. That's the person that made this video. Link is always in the description. He's a YouTuber on the come up. Go subscribe to him. He's at 2K subscribers. Let's get on more. But let's get right into the video.
The most loved basketball video game probably ever, continually giving us edition after edition for over two decades now. Let's take a look at the evolution of NBA 2K games. As always, thanks for all your support. We appreciate it. This is the original NBA 2K. It was released in November 1999 for the
Dang, they used to release in November back then? Look at how this 2K look.
Allen Iverson was the cover athlete that year. Did you get to play this game?
Oh yeah, AI was the cover that year. Dang, whoever
NBA 2K1 was released in October 2000 for the Dreamcast. Iverson was once again the cover athlete. This game was the first in the series to allow online play, allowing up to 8 people to play together.
8 people?
NBA 2K2 was released in late 2001 for the Dreamcast, PS2 and Xbox. Iverson was one more time cover athlete. And this...
Dang, AI was on the cover the first 3 years in a row? I never knew that. I never went back and looked at old 2Ks to see who was on the cover of it. My prediction, after AI, wasn't Shaq the first person? Was Shaq ever on the cover? I don't know. We about to find out.
The first game to introduce retired players in their respective teams, including Bill Russell, Magic Johnson, and Larry Bird.
Never knew that.
NBA 2K3. This is what the gameplay looked like. It was released in 2002 for the PS2, Xbox.
It ain't really big graphic leaps. I wonder what 2K, I believe from 2K13 to 2K14 probably was the biggest graphical leap. But I wonder like what other 2Ks like look like where people hype over the graphics.
Although this was the last game for the GameCube. And of course, Iverson is on the cover once again.
Dang, Iverson again. I never... 4 years.
Espn Nba Basketball was released in October and November 2003. It is the only game in the series to not feature 2K in the title, and the first of 2 in the series to feature ESPN branding. It was also the first game for each player to have a unique facial design. Espn Nba 2K5 was first released in September 2004. It was the last game in the series to be published by Sega Sports, before the company sold Visual Concepts to take to Interactive, forming 2K Sports. Ben Wallace is the cover athlete replacing
Ben Wallace
Iverson.
was the first cover athlete that wasn't.
NBA 2K6 was released in September 2005. It was the first game to be released for Xbox 360. Shaq serves as the game's cover athlete, and also was involved in developing some of the game's motion capture.
I knew Shaq was on one cover, I didn't know which one.
NBA 2K7 was initially released in September 2006. It was the first game in the series to be released for the PlayStation 3, and the last to be released for the original Xbox. Shaq returned as the cover athlete. NBA 2K8 was initially released in October 2007 for PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360. This game introduced the Slam Dunk Contest game mode. Chris Paul was the game's cover athlete.
Yup, CP3, but we need the dunk contest and the 3-point contest back in the game. But as like if I want to play a quick game against my friends, if I want to do a dunk contest, I shouldn't have to sim. Make a my league and sim all the way to All-Star Weekend if I want to do a 3-point shootout or a dunk contest, you know? And they need to add like a skills challenge too. That would be lit.
NBA 2K9 was initially released in October 2008. Not much was updated since the last version. Kevin Garnett was featured as the game's cover athlete. NBA 2K10 was initially released in October.
It looks a lot alike.
2009.
So I think
this game
11,
features a reincarnated
2K10
career
to
mode
2K11
titled
was
My
a
Player,
big leap
which would become a staple of the
graphics.
future games in the series, later being retitled as My Career.
2K, yeah, my player being introduced, man. 2K10 and 2K11 was the time. What a time to be alive. And you could have do dunk contests. Well, I guess back then we were still big into like, if you wanted to play a game with friends, you still would really be going to their house most of the time. So I remember we used to do 3-point contests, dunk contests, and blacktop 3v like. It was
NBA 2K11 was released in October 2010.
Yeah,
Michael
2K10
Jordan is the game's
2K11.
cover athlete, and the game features several modes focusing on Jordan. One such mode is the Jordan
the first
Challenge,
2K
a mode in
featured
which
Jordan,
you must
right?
recreate 10 of Jordan's most memorable career achievements, such as scoring 69 points in a game. NBA 2K12 was released in October 2011. The cover
2K12
athletes
was
are
pretty
Magic
good too,
Johnson,
but
Larry Bird, and
it had a
Michael
lot
Jordan.
lacking.
It also
as a
introduced the
closer
NBA's
level.
greatest mode, where you could use a wide range of historic
Oh yeah,
players
greatest
and
mode.
teams.
You had Create a Legend. Yeah, Create a Legend was kind of
NBA 2K13 was initially released in October 2012. It debuted the feature My Team. The mode focuses on building your very own fantasy team.
2K13, My
Jay-Z
Team
is
was
credited
introduced.
as executive producer of the game, among other
the
things.
best soundtrack of all time. I remember on my main channel, my 2K channel, like a year ago, I made a soundtrack list. Boy, people was frying my list. And boy, I look back at that list, I kind of rushed that video together. I'm not going to lie.
Created the soundtrack of the
But
game.
13 is still the greatest soundtrack. in my
NBA
eyes.
2K13 was initially released in October 2012. It debuted the feature My Team. The
Wait,
mode
did it-
for initially released soundtrack of the game. Own fantasy
Oh, he
team.
played this
Jay-Z
twice.
is credited as executive producer of the game, among other things. He curated the soundtrack of the game.
Yeah, that's why it was a lot of
NBA
Jay-Z
2K14
songs.
was initially released in October 2013. LeBron James curated the soundtrack, which features 20
LeBron's?
licensed songs. And
I never knew LeBron had that good of a taste in music.
also,
until this
EuroLeague
game
teams
came
were
out.
introduced.
Show the next gen version, please. I want to see that big graphic leap. Wait, what? Oh, this is?
NBA 2K15 was released in October 2014. Kevin Durant was the coverman that year. One new feature was added. You were now able to scan your own face into the game.
Face. Wait, that was added in 2K15?
NBA 2K16 was released worldwide in September 2015. Not much was changed from the previous installment, but director Spike Lee worked on the My Career mode. NBA 2K17 was released worldwide in September 2016. Gameplay-wise, there were minor updates. The game still remains identical to last year's. NBA 2K18 was released in
Most
September
hated 2K of all
2017.
time.
Updates in the game included Kobe Bryant and Kevin Garnett as guest commentators. It also added 17
forgot
new
about
classic teams, as well as an all-time team for each franchise.
Oh, that's why
NBA
all-time teams were in
2K19 was released on September 11, 2018. The game, however, didn't get any huge updates from its last version.
But it was a lot better, for sure.
NBA 2K20 was released in September
Pie
2019.
charts.
It was the first game in the series to include all 12 women's NBA teams.
Boy, did 2K20 get a lot of hate on release. But I was one of the people who was digging it. I was like, if they had a different park, people will regard that 2K as
And it was the
greatest 2K of all
20th
time.
anniversary of the
I would think.
game. NBA 2K21 was released on September 4, 2020. Kobe Bryant is the cover athlete for the Legend Edition cover for both console generations. NBA 2K22 was released in September 2021. Not many changes on this update, although graphics seem to get quite better.
Yeah, not much.
NBA
'cause I don't-
2K23 is scheduled for September 9th, 2022. Its cover athletes for this year's were announced not so long ago.
Devin
They are
Booker
Devin
and
Booker
Jordan.
and Michael Jordan for the MJ version.
I thought it was going to be an
NBA
MJ and LeBron.
2K23 is scheduled for September 9th, 2022. Its cover athletes for this year's were announced not so long ago. They are Devin Booker and Michael Jordan for the MJ version. Thanks for watching another Evolution video.
Please show a like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Roll to 300 subscribers. I might have to check out some of his other videos. If like this was a pretty cool video. I subscribed. So yeah, I might have to check out some of. You got Evolution of iPhone, of Apple, iOS, from iOS 1 to 16. Evolution of basketball shoes. Might have to check more of his videos out. But anyway, please show a like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Roll to 300 subscribers, and we out. Peace.